In a community center on an unseasonably warm, sunny November afternoon, employers from a variety of industries set up tables adorned with balloons, pamphlets, and pens to attract qualified, interested applicants to work for their companies. 14 women smartly dressed in formal business attire with resumes in hand were among the diverse pool of applicants mingling and networking with employers for jobs. Aside from their credentials, what made these 14 women special was their journey to get this opportunity. These women were incarcerated in the Federal Bureau of Prisons camps at Greenville and Pekin, Illinois, and selected to attend the Diversity Employment Job Fair in St. Louis, Missouri. Each woman completed programs, created a resume, and practiced interview skills in preparation for the opportunity to meet and interact with employers actively seeking applicants to fill existing jobs in their workforce. A local nonprofit organization donated business attire for each of the incarcerated women to wear for the event and retain for their employment search upon release. The Eastern District of Missouri Probation and Pretrial Office facilitated the collaboration with BOP and delivered the clothing to the women ahead of the event. Watching incarcerated women interact with employers and receive positive feedback reinforced the important work of Bureau staff in helping women gain the tools and confidence to succeed. A former registered nurse with 35 years of experience, Jean Arnett mused about the many interviews she conducted herself over the years, but admitted this was the first time she was the interviewee. Despite her years of professional experience, she was nervous to sit on the other side of the table.
I've done a lot of interviews. I've been on that side of the table. So for me, it was a whole new change to be on the interviewee. And it's really been a learning experience. A great, because I was beating myself up. So, job fairs, I'm used again to being on that side, and talking to people and doing interviews. So it's been an eye-waking experience. But yeah, to know it's okay, and it's going to be, to wear the clothes again. I mean, that I haven't worn in years, just feels wonderful. And to know it's a fresh start.
In contrast, Mary Kane had never held a job, participated in an interview, or worn professional clothes. The job fair experience was a first for her and boosted her confidence that obtaining employment was not only possible, but likely.
So I've never worn a suit before. I have never actually been to a job fair. And it's taught me a lot of mistakes that I've made in the past not to make those mistakes again. So it sets me up for success. And it actually makes me not define myself for my crimes that I've committed, but actually gives me hope. I'm not hopeless anymore. I have a future and I can go out there and I can do better.
Fear of being denied job opportunities based on their felony was shared among the women who participated in the job fair. Markeisha May overcame her fear by initiating the conversation with employers and receiving positive feedback.
I did ask if they hire felons, and that was like the number one fear that I had, was asking that question because I was afraid of the negative response that I might get. But on the flip side, I got a really positive response, so it just showed me that that doesn't define me and hold me back from potential employment.
Misty Eisenhower's interactions with employers gave her the same reassurance.
Well, coming in here and just realizing that there are people that will hire a felon, that's huge. I feel great in normal clothes again, and it's really boosted my self-esteem a lot.
For Lacey Guzman, the job fair and professional attire reminded her of why she is working on herself to achieve goals she has established for her future.
This is great. I never thought I'd have the ability to seek employment while incarcerated or outside. But it's reminded me of what it is like outside when you get stuck in your mindset of being locked up. And it reminds you of what you need to look forward to and what you need to be planning for. And it's just a great opportunity to do that and to stay focused on what's really important.
At the end of the day, women who participated in the job fair were looking forward to a better future with excitement and commitment. One woman described her incarceration experience as not her whole story, but rather a single chapter of a book she is still writing. Lori Brown was overwhelmed with emotion about the possibility she sees for a future with a different outcome than she previously believed was possible. The advice she would give herself or others about how to use time in prison, she says, is to start from within and take advantage of every available opportunity for self-improvement.
I would tell myself or anybody else to not give up, to trust the process, to ask questions, be involved as much as they can. Know that there is a better way of life than the way that we have been living. That success begins from within.
Although none of the women involved in the job fair event knows exactly what their post-incarceration life will look like, they all related the real-life experience helped them to feel better prepared to succeed, less fearful of rejection, and more committed to being productive citizens when they return home. Markeisha May summed up her takeaway from the day by accepting her crime does not define her or her future.
That I have a lot more to offer, and that this experience of incarceration doesn't define me. I made a bad choice. I'm not a bad person. And so it has also shown me how to talk about my incarceration in a positive light, and shown me what skills I do have to offer, and for me to talk about them in a good way as well, and to be able to sell myself and put myself out there in a positive way.
Across the board, the job fair experience validated investments the women have made in themselves during their incarceration and affirmed their value in the world outside the prison gates. The BOP remains committed to providing services, programs, and opportunities for incarcerated women to obtain the skills and self-confidence they need to forge new pathways toward healthy, productive, and self-sufficient lives upon returning to their communities.